Welcome back to Overtime, ladies and gentlemen. This is the last episode we have before Season 4 gets underway, and everyone, everywhere, all over the world is getting ready for Season 4, including Australia and the Oceania region, as our friend Yummy Cheeseman likes to say. Anytime we want to talk about Oceania, we got to talk to Yummy Cheeseman, so just going to let him take it away from here. Down to you, Yummy.
Thanks, Wave Punk. I hope you're doing well. Just kidding. Don't care about what he thinks. Tom!
Yes, Yummy.
We've got you here to talk about the OCE off-season as we head into Season 4. And there's been a lot of changes amongst all the teams, a lot of tournaments. We've basically got an amazing top 5 right now.
And a close top 5. If you asked me like a month or two ago what it was going to look like at the top of the ladder, I would have concrete answers for every slot. Yeah. But the mix-ups have been insane.
There's been so many changes, and let's sort of go through some of them right now. A lot of new teams, a lot of new organizations, and if the teams have stayed, they've probably switched rosters, with one exception, Chiefs eSports Club. Who are Chiefs?
I think they might know Chiefs, just under a different name.
Yeah, they were the Alpha Sydney last season, and they've been picked up by Chiefs eSports Club, potentially the largest organization in all of Oceania. So that's massive news for Rocket League here. It's been really exciting to have them enter in. But some of their performances haven't been quite the same.
Yeah, they've been quite lackluster. Like, for Throwdown example, they were going into the tournament and, you know, they've taken out every other Throwdown competition. They've been consistently one of the top teams, if not the top team in OCE, and they didn't even place top 2, Yummy. Not top 3.
I mean, Season 1 and 2, they won.
Yeah.
Under Alpha Sydney, they were the champions. Coming into Season 3 of Throwdown, the off-season tournament, the Throwdown run, they came 4th. It was crazy. They went from the champions, but then you move that in. Jam Gaming, they came first in that tournament. A team that, going into RLCS season last season, they just made it through to the World Championship, and they didn't even get a victory there.
EU teams are tough, though.
Of course, but now they're looking really strong, right?
Yeah, they're looking so strong. This is the first time they've taken out a major tournament from under Chief's noses. Chief has normally got the lockdown on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, they dropped down and Jam stepped up to the plate. But behind them, Pale Horse. Oh my God.
Pale Horse, a brand new team. 3 new players. They're not even players that have been really in the top 4 before. We saw Kami last season in the top 8, and he's always... Well, he's a fairly new player starting at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
But he's really risen up this season alongside CJ, and wait, who's the other one?
We've got X-Corez, Jules.
Yeah, there's too many players.
They've got 5 people on their roster.
Kia is the last one, the sub for Sandcastle last season. They all come together, and they're taking a brand new org into 2nd place in Throwdown, and then 1 week later, the other off-season tournament that we had, the ESL Live Finals, their first ever Live Finals for all 3 of the players, they come 2nd in both tournaments.
No jitters whatsoever. And the crazy thing about them, they have 5 players, and they like rotate through the roster almost willy-nilly without like a drop-in performance.
Yeah.
They can like start, it's like, oh, let's run Jules today. We'll still take 2nd. First, it'll be fine.
Insane. And of course, the only team that beat the team that won was the Chiefs. So there is still signs there that they are going to make it to the RLCS World Championship, as well as Pale Horse Esports are going to go through. Of course, there's another couple of teams. Last season, we had 1 more. They've been picked up by Avant Gaming, but they have lost Shady to Jam Gaming and instead picked up Siki from Corvidae.
Good pickup, because Siki has sick mechanics.
Yeah, he's the Siki of OCE. Essentially, he's just so solid, so consistent, and he's great all over the pitch, which is a huge pickup for Avant Gaming, who really struggled in that area.
Yeah.
And Avant Gaming, you have to say, as an organization that have entered the scene, they're similar to the Chiefs. They're a huge organization, one of the biggest ones around here. They're another sign of the growth OCE Rocket League. And of course, there's only really one team that we've missed out on. As the team that came 3rd in Throwdown Season 3, and the team that didn't quite make it to the ESL Live Finals.
That was rough. I hung out with those guys after the Throwdown Finals. That was a hard
Silla
night.
eSports. Sandcastle last season, you know them. They've kept the same roster. Dumbo, AOEMP, and Snarf. And now they're going to be hungry to come through because they just missed out last season.
Yeah, that's the exciting thing, right? So Jam Gaming has now felt what it's like to be on top. So they're going to be gunning and wanting to be improving performance internationally. Chiefs have spent a season not being the kings anymore. They won the last LAN, but they didn't win Throwdown, which is a big thing for them. So we know how much coming first is all that matters to Chief. So they're going to be thirsty for it. Scylla missed out so narrowly for getting into RLCS, so they want it. And then the other team, also known as one more now, a Van. They have such an irritating naming convention.
At least they don't have the other team.
Oh, that was so frustrating to cast. And the other team loses the ball to the other team.
Yeah, it's rough. But those are our top 5 teams that we're really looking for. Legacy, they've completely rebuilt their roster around Soma. They've brought in both Zen and Plitz from Corvidae. So they're a brand new roster. They're a team to look out. But
they got big wins this week, actually. I was looking through... I can't remember what competition it is, but they took out 2 of the top 5 teams this week.
Yeah.
So they're in a good place
I
as
mean,
well.
they've always been able to take it, but they haven't been consistent. So if they can build out their consistency, they should be able to have a chance at RLCS too. But who's your dark horse to sort of get into league play?
It was going to be Pale Horse, but it's not Dark Horse anymore because they came through the community bracket for the last season. So like a month ago, they were the team that nobody was talking about. Now they're the team everyone's talking about. So they were my dark horse.
So
now
who's your actual dark horse?
I don't know. All the teams are such strong contenders.
Yeah.
I think now Chiefs are back. I think Chiefs are going to make the run all the way to the end. But yeah.
Yeah, and I would say my dark horse, I'm really looking at potentially Outlaws. They haven't quite shown up so far, but I think they'll be able to make it into league play through that top 16 qualifier. But who knows? OCE is in a bit of a state right now where anyone can win. It's going to be exciting, and make sure you're tuning in this Sunday at 12 p.m. AEST as the top 16 qualifiers kick off.
And that is Yummy Cheeseman coming to us from the Throwdown TV studio. They're going to be producing the league play part of the Oceania part of RLCS, so we're going to see from them and hear from them plenty of times here in the future. But we've got one more thing here on Overtime before we get done. OT Twitch clips, Overtime Twitch clips. We talked about it 2 weeks ago. We talked about it last week. Finally here. Going to see you guys' plays from your streams from Twitch. It's going to be a lot of fun. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.